I'm in Nesther having a strawberry party. Strawberry party of one. Really sweet today too. Mm. So, as you know, 2 days ago, yesterday, I don't know, I was really upset. The whole finding out that it wasn't just the sensor, that it was the rear differential. I did some research and I found that I can buy a used part, which I'm fine with. Listen, this truck isn't going to be an everyday driver. What am I going to use it? Maybe if I'm lucky once a month. I'm not driving it to California unless I can, but that's not my intentions. So I went to the dealer today to pick up my plates, and I was none too happy. And they were like, "Hey, how you doing? How's it going?" And basically I told them, either one, when you buy your vehicles from auction, you inspect them and you fail to tell your buyers what your inspection found, or two, you don't inspect your vehicles, because this should have never, gotten through. This should have never not been disclosed if you knew about it. And I don't know if they're bullshitters or not, because I kind of think they are. But he was like, let me talk to our mechanic, and if I buy the part, which I can buy it used, was $400. I think they're going to, at the least, split the labor with me, because the labor is what's costly. I'm okay with that. Let's just get it done, because I'd like to use it the week of the 18th, which it's still drivable. If I was going to go local, I would feel completely safe driving this. But look at me. I'm completely sitting up on the floor. I finished the floor tonight, and I have headroom. I have, look, this much clearance. That's with sitting on something that's 8 inches. Get your mind out of the gutter. This is with me sitting on something that's 8 inches above the platform. So I think we're good. The next thing is going to be putting the live edge. See this ledge right here? That's going to be covered with a beautiful live edge. And there's a twin on this side that is going to be covered as well. But I'm going to keep the coffee holder over here uncovered so that I can utilize that one. I don't need these two over here. I'm not having 3 people in here having drinks. So it's small. But I decided to continue working on it, and the only thing that I have left to do is the bottom layer, which is 8 inches below me, and at least 2.5 feet. That is going, one half of it, so half of right behind the front passenger seat, half of that is going to have an 8-inch platform, where my lounge chair, which I posted a picture on Facebook, that's going to go there. So that's going to be my lounging area, and when I'm ready to go to bed, it will flip out onto this platform that I'm sitting on right now. So I've measured those out carefully, and I've got it all ready to go. And then behind the driver's side floor is just going to be an open, low space so that I can get in and out easily. I have 2 hatches in the floor that I'm sitting on, so they open up like this, and I've got storage underneath. And then on the level behind me, closest to the hatch, that is raised about 1.5 inches or 2 inches above what I'm sitting on now. That also has a lift up hatch with a ton of storage underneath. I haven't decided yet about it, like a kitchen. I think I might add a piece of wood the width of the hatch on top of the floor that I have now. I'm going to hinge it with industrial, like, piano hinges, so that when I open up the hatch, and if I want it, I can just lift it up and flip it out to the outside. and that will be my kitchen area. And I'll keep the Blue Eddy back here so that I can plug in any griddles or electric air fryers or whatever that I want to do. And what else? I want to do maybe some Velcro tap lights up here. Fairy lights, of course. I'm going to hang that muslin curtain up a little bit and add shears in front of it with lighting behind it. And then I think I'm done. Like, I'd say we're 40%, maybe 45%, because it doesn't look pretty yet, and it has to look pretty. I want to open the hatch and go, oh my God, look at it, it's so pretty. We're not there yet at all, but I have the foundation down, and we're on our way to being, pretty mechanically sound, which I'm happy about. And hopefully I'll have my first overnighter the third week in August, because Mark and I are taking a staycation that week because we get respite with hospice, and Mom goes away for 6 days, and Mark and I are going to plan fun things to do. He's not going to sleep in here, though. Mark and camping are not friends. They're just not, unless I'm going someplace really cool where he can fish, like when we just went to Cape Henlopen in Delaware. He enjoyed that because he could fish every day, whether he was in the Delaware Bay or the Atlantic Ocean. Take your pick. He was fishing. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I like to camp because I like to, I don't know, we're just two different people, and that's okay. So that's why, and I know a lot of people are like, why don't you just go to a hotel? I can go to a hotel. I can go anywhere I want to go. I can't right now with Mom, but I do plan on going to faraway places and, resorts and stuff. I love that stuff too. But I love this as well. I love being in nature. I love losing track of time and letting my body dictate, its natural rhythms. I'm not like, we have an excursion, we have to get up, we got to go do this, we're here, so we got to see all this. No, I need to be on my body schedule. I like camping because I go to bed early, because I probably hiked and swam and, padiddled around and built the fire and, acted all cave womanish. And maybe I'll fall asleep at 8 o'clock. And then maybe I'm going to wake up with the sun because my body wants to, not because the alarm is going off. And I can make coffee, and I can put my feet in the dirt, in the grass, and I can watch the sunrise. I can go for a hike. I can't do that on a regular basis. I'm sure I could if I tried, but come on, let's be realistic, right? And for those of you that do, more power to you. So that's why I enjoy camping. And, I'm sure we're going to use the Springdale again. I love that camper. My Desert Rose. We're going to use it again. I'm not getting rid of it. Don't tell Mark, but it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Not yet. So, yeah. So the dealer's going to help share the expense of the repairs. The floor is done in Nesther. I have my bed. Now it's just attaching shelves. Reflectix. Reflectix is something that, it's like a thick foil that goes, you put it in the window, like the silver stuff to reflect light. But in the camping world, a lot of times what they do is they'll back it with black felt, and that will face the outside of the windows so that it looks even more tinted, so that it's for privacy. You don't look like a big fishbowl if you got your lights on. You're hanging out in here. But on the inside, a lot of people don't leave it silver. They decorate it so that you're not looking at silver foil. You're looking at something pretty. So I did buy some wallpaper that I was going to try to wallpaper this, but there's too many curves and it's just not working out. So I'm not going to do that. So I might wallpaper the interior of the Reflectix. Now the Reflectix only goes up at nighttime most of the time. That's when I would put it up. So I wanted to look at something nice. I don't want to just look at windows. I want to, maybe look at peel and stick wallpaper that's got a scene on it, or something like that. Maybe something with strawberries. Oh. Mm. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I feel a lot better. I was so sad yesterday. So sad. Because Nesther's not just a beat up old truck that I'm putting a bed in. It symbolizes a freedom for me, and wasn't going down without a fight. No, I wasn't. I'm from Lakewood. I'm a Lakewood girl. Remember? All right. Well, you have a good evening. I'm gonna eat some more strawberries and clean up the mess in here because it's a mess. Now I need colors because my colors were going to be like greens and very foresty in here, which I kind of still want to do that vibe, but it's dark. It's, the floor is dark brown, the live edges are brown, and as you can see, the walls are like, I don't know, very, very, very dark gray or black. So I have to figure that out. I will. All right. Have a good evening, and I'll speak on you later. Bye.